SQL queries. The next Monday we're gonna go through the connecting database to the application on phase 4. So I'm trying my best to finish all the queries today. We have some more advanced queries like inner queries and joins. After that, I'm gonna teach you triggers. And if we have enough time, I'm gonna teach you the stored procedure, or we're gonna see stored procedure next time. So hope you guys have all the data, right? The last time we have created some tables and inserted values from this section 4. So I hope we have everything here, and just trying to create some queries, and we'll move to the triggers. Okay. Before that, you have any questions in the phase 3? It's all done, right? Or done by Friday? And your password is your UBID, not 0. What is your UBID? Don't put this first 0. What is your UBID? Start with
1.
Oh, yeah. Start with 1. Okay, you can try only once, so just try it. Okay.
Okay.
In phase 3, we submit according to that page. The 5 pages, so we need to submit 5 pages, so just 5 to 6.
No, you have to submit around 10 queries, but if you don't have anything in your relational algebra, you can create your own queries. It's not that you have to submit this one.
In that catalog page, and when you prepare written that and
Yeah, I think how many queries is that?
5.
Less than
5 to 6.
Okay.
In the description it was given.
In phase
at least 5 pages.
Okay. Yes, it's fine. But you have to include everything what is there. So if you submit more, then it is good for you.
This Friday.
Have you ever your team Okay, my first lab, I asked you from the class if anybody has any trouble to log in. At that time, did you able to log in? Yeah, but maybe then you have a problem. Maybe they forgot to create an account for you or something. That's why I asked in the first lab. Then I could. So you never log in. Probably then you may not have to. Can you email me your username so that I will email you that you have to create an account? Just your username and UBID. Yeah. You have time till Friday.
This Friday.
Yeah. Okay, so last time we have created some tables and inserted queries. So I'm just gonna see very few queries, and I'm going to move to the triggers. Okay, so
Whatever it is.
okay, I'm just giving a query. Just we'll do this one. Retrieve the name of each employee who has a dependent with the same first name and same sex as the employee. Okay, I'm just put this as a comment, so this will not execute it. Okay. Alright, so what kind of queries we're gonna make here? We need to find the name of each employee who have a dependent with the same first name and same sex. So before that, we should know how the tables are organized, right? So we have a dependent table, and in the dependent table we have we have to check the first name. So employee first name and dependent first name. For if you okay, so I'm just going to select the dependent. Select star from dependent. See, if you see this dependent table, you have employee SSN, dependent name. So we need to check the employees. So I'm just gonna show the employee table too. Okay, it's kind of okay. Let's see. Okay, so in the dependent table it shows employee SSN, dependent name and sex. Okay, for the time being we don't have to worry about birth date relation. And in the employee table we have first name, last name, SSN and sex. Okay, just forget about all others. Okay, so what we have to get is the name of each employee. They have a dependent with the same first name and same sex. So definitely we have to join these two tables, right? Okay, how do we join the tables? What is the common field? What is the common field in the department? In the employee and dependent. Employee SSN, right? Okay, so I'm gonna select. Okay, so so we are joining these two tables. Always, I think last time I have not mentioned, we can give alias. Like alias is, instead of writing the whole name, we can write like we can give our own name. So what I'm gonna do is, for now, select. I'm gonna name employee table as E and dependent table as D. Okay, so I am gonna get employee dot SSN. Instead of that, I'm gonna get E dot SS first name, actually first name comma E dot last name. Okay, this is what actually I needed, right? From, okay, what is the table now? Employee, right? Employee E. So this is how we give alias. So hereafter, wherever we get any field from employee table, we have to mention E dot that table. Okay. From where employee dot SSN. Okay, now what we have to do? Yeah, so this one, so we are matching this employee dot SSN with some other query. What is that other query is returning? From dependent SSN, right? So we are checking this employee SSN with something. Okay. See, every time when we have this inner query in, we are comparing this ESSN with something. So whatever inside this parenthesis, this query should return SSN or something compatible with this one. Okay. So here I am writing another query. Select ESSN from dependent where, okay, so employee fname equal to dependent name, right? Yeah, so dependent underscore name. And what else? Employee sex equal to, I mean, we are here select from dependent. So in the from dependent table, we can just put sex because we have not created from dependent D, right? If we have alias this one dependent D, definitely we have to put D dot something.
Is it sex or S?
In the dependent table, it's called, I'm sorry, yes, S, right? Oh, no, it should be sex. I think it is not clearly mentioned here. Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna describe the table. Describe. It is sex. Because sometimes, you know, when we get everything, this is, you may not see all the letters here. So in that time you can go to the describe dependent, describe table, and describe, it shows sex. I don't know why it is there. Okay, select E name, L name from employee. Okay, because of this. Okay, it shows no rows are selected, so it means there is no dependent. So I'm going to just change the query, just we'll see if there is anything. Yeah, looks like there is no data. there is no data. So you cannot find any dependent with the same name and sex as the employees. So that's why it is no rows are selected. Okay, so let's see one more query in the join and we'll go to the triggers. Okay, so we'll do with the same query. So here the dependent name and okay. So what I wanted to do is the employee's first name and the employee's dependent first name or dependent name. So what I can do? So my query should return two rows. One is employee's first name, the other one is dependent's first name. How can I do that? So I'm going to alias both. So select, let's say employee, I'm going to give e dot f name, comma dependent dot name, dependent name. Okay, from employee E, comma dependent D. Okay, this is how now the employee's first name is from employees table, dependent name is from dependent table. So I am joining these two tables. So when you join, you just put employee, comma dependent. But now how I join this table? What are the matching fields or the common fields in both? Okay, from employee E, so I need to mention on or where okay, so E dot SSN equal to D dot E SSN. Okay, see now I get this. John is the employee, so John has 3 dependents and Franklin has 3 dependents. Jennifer has 1 dependent. Okay? Okay, so I'm just giving you the last query, one more query. I want you all to be done that one. I just wanted to see like the output should be John, how many? 3, right? John 3, Franklin 3, Jennifer 1. I just don't want to see the dependent names. I just want for each employees how many dependents they are here. Can you please create that query? I can give you 2 minutes, then I will start triggers. You understand my query, right? I just wanted to find for each employee how many dependents they have. Yes, number of dependents. So you have to use aggregate function. Yeah. Yeah, for the first one, right? So at that time, we need to connect to the database. Okay. Yeah, you can do, but what happens is you get these numbers. So every time it's good that you copy this into a notepad. Yeah, then you remove that number. You should have this one, this SQL, the numbers and, oh no, that you need because that is part of backend. There is some documents, you have everything. Yeah, exactly, that's what you need. And remove these ones, the numbers, and copy and paste. Okay, so here now what I need is select fname, comma, count of what actually?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, count of let's I'm gonna put this into e dot fname, comma, yeah, count of
Yes, sir.
d dot ess name. Okay. Okay. Okay, but see, one thing I'm just adding this. When you put this select e dot fname, so your result is gonna be fname, right? And here count DSSN will give a alias, like then it shows like I'm gonna put as number of dependent or something, number of, make sure this is one word, dependent. Okay, now I'm selecting employee first name and the count of ESSN, and I'm giving the name as number of dependent from
Dependent.
employee E dependent D where the same query that we did here, now what we have to do, since we have count here, we are not getting these names, we are just getting the this SSN. Okay, actually I think this is not, we have to count this department dependent names, not the dependent ESSN. Okay, anyways, I'm gonna group by fname Okay, let's say group by F name. Okay. Okay, anyway, it's fine. See? So instead of here John, Elizabeth, Alice and Michael, so you can see John, number of dependents 3. Right? Franklin, instead of these 2 names or 3 names, it shows 3. And Jennifer, it shows 1. And we give a name as number of dependent, so that we may not get something that the user may not understand, like count or something. Okay? Right. So we have lot of more queries, like we did some only one inner query and only one join. Please try to do all other queries like in the lab manual. So for now I'm gonna start triggers. Okay. So you know what is triggers, right? You did in the class. So triggers is something that these queries we can write in the program and every time we are executing. But triggers, it is there. It is automatically when something is we are doing here, automatically it is executing. Let's see now we are deleting a record from the table. So we need to keep track who is deleting the table. So in that case, what we can do is we can track that in the trigger. So I'm just showing one example. Okay, I'm creating a table now. Okay, please create me. Okay, I'm creating 2 tables. One is let's say create table employee let's say employee trigger. Okay, this is my table name, employee trigger, and I'm creating employee ID, EMP ID, let's say VACA 3, and employee name, VACA 20, and employee department, VACA 20. Okay, so this is my table. So if I describe the table, employee trigger, okay, so this employee table trigger table has employee ID, employee name, and employee department. Okay, right. Now I'm creating another table. So what my purpose is, like every time when I insert employee something to this table, I need to have a record in another table. Okay, I'm not inserting directly. I'm not inserting manually. But when I insert here, I need to have the record in another table. So I'm creating that table. Right now there is no record in any of the tables. Okay. So create table. Let's see that table dummy employee. Okay, so over there I'm gonna have just employee, the same thing. Let's say employee ID, VACA 3, Okay, create table, dummy employee. Ah, I think dummy employee, I have already have the table name, so I'm gonna, let's say dummy employee, and I'm gonna put trigger. Just changing the name. Oops. Okay, so I have two tables now. One is okay. So I have two tables. One is employee trigger. The other one is dummy employee trigger. So there is no record in any of the tables, right? So I'm going to insert one thing now. See, insert into my employee table. This one, employee trigger table. Insert into employee trigger, EMP ID, comma, ename, comma, edep, values, employee ID, let's say 1, employee name, let's say Bill, department, let's say IT. Okay, so I have inserted one record. So if you see, select staff from employee trigger, you can see this record. But if you see dummy employee trigger, you may not see that one.